14 people.
In studio.
Manage. How do I
start your video? It's like that. Oh, you have 2 screens up, dude.
I know. It's weird. I want this to be here, I think.
Everyone. 23 people have entered the waiting room.
So gallery view up at the top.
Gather around.
What? How are there 25 people that we can't see?
Share.
That is so weird. You should be able to see
Admit.
them. Oh, you have to.
Oh,
You have to admit them all, so that should not be on there.
Hello! So good to see everyone's faces. It's loading. It's loading. Can't hear. Hello.
Hi. You're on there.
Cool. This is so great. Okay.
Sierra.
Waiting for some
There's
people
our
to
Taya.
load.
Okay.
Okay. Can I?
There's Elle.
It's people.
Oh, that was me. Hold.
No, it's not.
Do I mute all?
Oh. I'll see them. Okay. Mr. Hill.
Okay.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Am I?
I can't hear her. You gotta click on her.
Hers is muted.
Did she realize she muted it?
Oh.
What's it say?
Say hi.
Hmm? Hello, can you hear us now?
Hello? Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry, there was 2 Studio A's for some reason, and we were trying to figure out which one you guys were on, so we are all good now.
Yay.
You have to look here, which is gonna be awkward, but okay.
Okay.
Oh, Bethany's still on. She's the only one we can hear.
Or we can hear Melissa.
Unmute all. Is that
Mute
what you
all.
want to do?
No, we don't.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So, welcome everybody. I'm just going to sit on the floor. so it's easier for me. Can you see us?
Yeah, you can see
Can you
it.
see me? Okay. Okay. Welcome, welcome. So I just, to let you know, you are, we can't hear you for a couple minutes. Is Carol still on though?
I'm fine.
Okay. We can't hear you for a couple minutes. So, but this program is called Zoom. So it sounds like, it looks like everybody was pretty much able to get in. So that's awesome. We're gonna save any questions that you have for the end. And then we'll unmute and then you'll be able to ask your questions. So this is a super cool program. We're very excited because we know with everything that's going on right now and a lot of uncertainty, that having the sense of normalcy and just being able, like keeping the sense of community alive and being able to still see everybody's faces and listen and sing and dance to the music that we love and that we've been working so hard on up to this point, I think is going to be very important. And I know that our whole team really feels that way. So we're very grateful to have your presence here and that you're willing to try at this moment.
Because I can tell you want to look at their faces and you can't see.
So the other thing,
There we go.
oh yeah, that is better. So the other thing, we're working on it, that I want to tell you is that, as you can tell, for me specifically, but for a few of us, probably we're learning as we go. So we're doing our best here to make sure that this works. And some of the teachers are super techie. Shout out Sierra. So we, we'll be able to, it'll get easier and more smooth. We're hoping. Okay. So as far as how this is,
3 people waiting.
okay, we need to always have people. Here we go. All right, if you just came in, welcome. We'll keep our eye on that. Okay, and then interesting. So when they come in, we need to just do that as well.
Mike Linton can't sign in. It says the address is invalid.
Okay, let's see who we have. So many people.
Maybe tell them to try and log in again.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna dive in so that I don't take
here now.
too much of your guys' time. You came back. Okay. All right. So the first thing is that this is how we will teach the classes. We have it kind of set up in here for the dance classes and things that you should be able to log in and we can just teach the class normally. The important things here, I want to show you how you will get to what it will look like in your email. And this is just a test. It's not the actual thing. Okay, so then I need to share my screen. Bailey, how do I do that?
You just have to go. It's hard because you're on the other page. No, you have to do it on your actual TV screen.
Very screening. So it's here.
You're gonna share.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen with you guys here. And hopefully it's gonna show you,
So you want
yes, I want
yeah.
this.
And then just share. You can't see it.
Lost everything.
Oh no.
Do I have you?
Can you see the virtual?
Can you see my, this virtual class schedule? Awesome,
like
thank you, Olivia, good visual.
up.
Everybody, thank you. Okay, so it's gonna look like this in your email. And there's gonna be more above it, but we haven't finished. So this part is going to tell you, if you know which class you're in, you can just log in, like which studio you're in, you can log in just by clicking this link. And that is, so this Studio A is the big studio right by the front door, and Studio B is the small studio with the Marley gray floor. And then if you are in like an ensemble, it'll just be easier for you just to click the ensemble button. And then as far as, and then if you don't want to do that, you can just come here, and these are actually all links. So if you know, like, oh, I'm in this beginning advanced jazz from 4:30 to 5:30 on Mondays, then you just can click this, and it'll join you right into the classroom. So it's very simple and user friendly. And then just since we're looking at the schedule, I just want to talk about a couple of the changes that we've made. So we've combined intermezzo and prelude to one time, and that's Mondays from 5:30 to 6:30. And then we moved bel canto to Sunday from 1 to 2, and we've shortened K-Star. So it'll just be the hour right before K-Star, okay? But it's at 1 o'clock, so it's the normal time of K-Star for you bel canto people. Okay, so that is awesome.
So basically, once you get this email, just make sure you save this, because we're not gonna send it out.
It'll be every week.
Oh, you will? Okay.
Yeah, we'll put it on every week.
Yes.
Have the regular stuff.
I lost my pencil.
I have.
Okay, so then the next thing is that because we're doing the video and you kind of saw, it'll get smoother and all that will be a lot quicker. Give me just a moment, I need to admit. I'm so glad that you guys know me because this is fun. Okay, I want to take a moment here, and I forgot to do this at the beginning, but this is right here on my side. This is Bailey.
Oh, they can't see you. You need to not share your screen anymore. So move it back over.
LOL.
Yep, keep going.
Just move this off.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see this yet. And then put share screen. Just back over. Oh, stop sharing. Or my lies. There we go. Yay!
Okay, can everybody see Bailey?
That's me.
She's waving. Okay, so this is Bailey. Just give her a chance.
Do you want to introduce yourself? Yeah, sure. Okay, so most of you do know who I am, but some of you do not. So we just wanted to come on here so you're not like, who's this strange woman sitting with Carol and Taya? So I grew up in KU. I was here from 8 until I was 22. Taught with, I was in K-Star until I was 22. No, I'm just kidding. But I taught with Kelly for 5 years with K-Star, and then before that, when I was still in the program, was her first mentoring teacher to teach in Starlight. So I'm very, very familiar with KU and absolutely love KU and my family. And I'm very, very happy to be back since Kelly has stepped away and is doing her thing in New York. So whatever that is right now. So Taya and I are the ones who are teaching K-Star together, but I'm very much involved in everything else going on, especially this week with us trying to get the studio up and running. So that's a little bit about me, just so you guys know who I am, and I'm not just like some rando coming in. I do love KU and I know it very well, so.
Yes, and we definitely are gonna need Bailey. So the important thing in that is if you're having any trouble logging in at any time or anything's going on and you can't contact, since the teachers are gonna be teaching their classes, and they may not be able to kind of manage the screen at every moment, you can reach out to Bailey, text, phone call, or email, especially in the first week. And all of her information will also be in the weekly email. So you'll be able to have all of her info. You can contact her if you're having any issues or anything like that, and you can't get a hold of the teachers. And we may be able to put our phone numbers in there as well, and we can kind of just kind of go as we learn as we go kind of a situation. Okay, so let me go back to my screen just in case so that everybody can see what was going on there. So one more time.
You have to go back onto your TV.
Keep going. It's this way.
And then it's right there. There you go.
Okay, well this isn't exciting yet, but I will put it back on my email.
There you go.
So we also have 2 screens going on over here, so it's like, it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun in here.
If you want to see it, then you have to drag it back to your, yeah.
Okay. All right, great. And we're back. We're back, people. All right, so you can see this again. Yes? Okay, wonderful. Okay, what else do I need to say about that? So, I got that.
Time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Length of the classes.
Yes, thank you, Carol. Okay, so looking at this schedule, if you're looking at your class and it used to be an hour and a half, we have shortened all of the hour and a half classes to an hour. And mainly that's because we spend yeah, we spend a lot of time doing it across the floor, and we do, you know, we're gonna have to kind of reinvent the way that we're teaching so that everybody, because we don't know what your living room or your kitchen looks like, so we're gonna kind of have to reinvent our classroom so that you have space to do the things we need you to do to, you know, to learn and grow and get better and better. So we're gonna make that adjustment on our end, and so everybody basically will be able to do those things all at the same time. And so the classes, they won't need to be that long. And then the classes that are an hour normally will actually end up being 50 minutes. And that will, for the same reasons, and then that will also allow time for people to log in and not interrupt the other class, because of the way that we're doing it with the links. They can't see me. The way we're doing it with the links is then people can log into the classroom that's happening at that time. So you just want to be mindful just to log in.
If you want to end it, just end share, yeah. On your own screen. There you go.
You know, yeah, I know, I see that. I'm just trying to coordinate my arrow. Okay, let me get you back. Can you guys see me again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just think you want to see my face and not the links. Okay, so that, so I lost my train of thought. Okay, so
Do you know what teacher?
Daniel? Who?
I don't know. I don't think so. Sorry, a teacher's trying to log in.
I think Daniel. Daniel?
That's weird because it doesn't say.
Okay.
Sorry, someone else is trying to log in, so we're trying to.
This is good. Where are my people? Maybe I
Doesn't
can.
say anybody's waiting.
Yeah.
Maybe I can invite him.
Are we getting an email? Yes. What she was just showing you with the screen, with the schedule and stuff, you either have the option if you know what studio that you're in. So let's say you're doing your class and you're always like K-Star, for example, right? We're always in Studio A, so you can it'll say Studio A with the Zoom link, or you can literally go to that picture in the email and click on your class, and it'll take you to whichever room that you need to be in. So that email will go out every week with those links in it every single week. So you don't have to worry about
two
like
pages of people, so you might have a
searching.
See that too, right there. But,
Oh yeah, but there's no one waiting.
no.
We can look at
Yeah,
that
but here's
now.
the rest of the people.
Hello. Okay, so, oh, hi, Vince. He's just so cute. Okay, awesome. I was saying something important, and I just want to make sure I finish my thought.
Time to pass this.
Okay, so I'll say it again, so that everybody
Admit
knows. Okay, so the way that the links are going to work is if you click the link, it'll join you into the classroom. So you just want to be really mindful about joining right on time and not, you can join 5 minutes early up to on time. If you join like an hour early, you would join into the class before. So you want to just only join into your own class, basically. So just be mindful of that. Okay, wonderful. So there's that. Another awesome thing that we're gonna do is Miss Bailey over here is going to make us a YouTube channel. You can record all of these, like all of these meetings, these webinars, you can record them. And so what we'll do is we'll save them and we'll put them all to a YouTube channel with the name of your class and the date of the class. So if you miss the class for any reason, or something's going on, or you're having a hard time logging in, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen, we're just gonna do our best, then you can access it there and you're able to take that class. Or if you had any questions later about the choreography, or you wanna do the class again, I mean, it'll be there on YouTube so you can access it. So we're very excited about that. And this meeting will be on there as well. So if you just wanna laugh later, you can just check that out. Okay. Awesome. Great. Okay. As for now, I know a big question that people probably have is what is our plan? And our plan is to use this, and until somebody tells us otherwise, we're still just kind of rolling towards the recital. So we're just going to continue to do our choreography for that. And we're just going to continue the classes as normal and just kind of do them the same way that we were. There's going to be some adjustments, you know, and that's okay. But as far as the plan overall, we are still planning to, you know, have our recital. If something happened that ASDB would be closed for some reason, then we would reassess and possibly put our recital pieces into our fall show. We would figure something out in that way. But Carol is thinking about that around the clock, I know. So
We just don't have that information right now. So we think it's best to keep working toward what we've been doing. And of course, keep our technique going and all of the above. We also have some other things we're looking into for additional classes that we'll make available to our students as long as you're currently enrolled. So we're excited about that. And as soon as I have that worked out, we'll get that information to you as well.
Yeah, and another thing that we've talked about, so we can get more information to you, the technique classes, you know, because they're not, they don't learn a dance for the recital, the technique classes, we may be able to open those up. And so if you have, you know, your kids have friends now that have a lot of free time, you know, maybe they want to join a technique class or something, and we can get that information to you, and we could kind of go forward and do that, because we know with you kids, the ones that are logged in here and the parents, with not being in school, you know, we know that that's tough, and we know you'll be busy with online school and all that stuff, but this will just be a nice way to kind of keep some normalcy, right? Keep everything kind of regular in your life, and you'll get to see everybody and kind of keep doing the things that you were doing before. So we're very excited.
How much more do you?
I think that was one of the last things. Yeah, that was one of the last things.
Okay, there's a couple questions in the chat that I need to answer that
Right. You guys are so good. You guys know how to do the Facebook Lives.
We answered that one.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, we need to talk to you about vocals, Josh.
Yeah, the recording is going to be a super awesome thing, because every week there'll be the new stuff up. So even if you know,
Missed,
missed, it'll be
tire like K-Star and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
So in terms of keeping, so the question was, do we dress in like K-Star attire? And I think that's for everyone. So parents and kids who are watching, show up as if you would show up here, because we want to keep that normal. The teacher's going to show up as professional as we normally do when we're teaching. So I think everyone just across the board just show up how you would show up in class, just so we can keep that consistency and normalcy of the class moving.
We need to answer that.
I think we can.
Yeah, and then teachers, we'll do one more teacher meeting. So Sophia, we'll do like another teacher. We can answer some of the what teachers need to do as far as like just what we're up to. Cool. Okay, so are there any? I think that the chat is a really good feature, and I didn't because what's difficult with the sound a little bit
Are we having
is
K-Star
we're
today?
getting things back. Elle, there is no K-Star today. Elle, thank you for asking. You're funny.
You
But
can practice. You can practice.
you should. You better practice. Okay, so yeah, awesome.
There was something.
I just thought of something too.
So
I would suggest that if you have questions like some of you are doing in chat, then especially when that 15-minute mark hits in the classroom, that would be the time to quickly answer any questions before allowing the next class to log in.
Yeah.
Right? There's a new question. New message, Twitter.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, that is the one thing we probably did not think about, Jade.
Point.
Great
Yes.
question.
If possible, yes.
Is that going to be possible for you? Okay, yeah, because the way that we have it is that they're separate links,
Yeah.
and so that is exactly
We have gotten 2 Zoom accounts so that we can
do both
have
classes.
both studios going at once. And that's why my classes have changed times so that we can accommodate that. But yes, you'll need, if you have 2 classes at the same time, you'll need 2 setups, yes.
Yeah, in different rooms because of that sound.
Also, how many of you are on your phones right now? So just like raise your hand in the screen. And how many of you?
I thought Bethany was, but she was on the first page.
Yeah. Okay, so raise your hand again if you're on your phone. Okay, and then raise your hand if you're on your laptop. Everyone else, I'm assuming, is on a laptop or computer. Yeah. Okay. So at the bottom of your screen, if you look where it says chat, there's a little reactions thing with the face. Does everybody see that? It's on the bottom right of your screen. If you click it, there's usually a raise your hand button, but I guess there's.
Oh, we could do a thumbs up.
That's weird. Normally there's the raise your hand. Sierra, do you know? Isn't it usually there's a raise your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's super weird.
Oh, sorry.
That's weird. Do you have it on yours?
Mine's not showing up, but it might be something we need to enable. I think we need to just turn it on for our account.
So
Sierra.
We'll figure that out. So, it's in participants. Jessica said.
Hey, teamwork.
Hey, team effort. I love it.
So it's here.
Yeah,
More.
so in participants, you can
Allow.
allow lower all hands or allow. Oh, that's weird.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But if you have a question and you can also raise your hand in the reactions, and when the teacher is teaching, he or she will go back to it and then
They got their hands up. See?
Oh, look, they figured it out. There we go. Yeah, so if you have a question, you can always do it that way too in the reactions, raising your hand, and then the teacher can see you on the screen and she'll click on you, unmute you, or whatever, he or she. I keep saying she, but we do have male teachers. So, so you always have that option of in the chat, and sometimes the teachers may not see it. So on our screen, we can literally see a tiny little hand. So if you have a question in your class, you can always do that, and we'll get to you. Oh, look, Daniel.
Where is he?
You have to admit him.
Admit Daniel.
Darn.
Yay.
Hi, Daniel. So sorry.
That's okay. It'll be recorded. Daniel, it'll be recorded, so you can watch it, and we'll make sure to send out the link.
There he is. Hi, Daniel.
Yeah. So does that make sense? So you can either type it in the chat, or you can raise your hand, which I would suggest if you figured that out, because then the teachers can see that instead of just constantly looking at the chat if it's not up.
Yeah, so I would just keep in mind, especially for the dance classes, we're gonna have to adjust how we run the performing classes, because obviously they're singing and it's more interactive. But for the dance classes, definitely just do your best to make a visual motion, so that if that's a physical raising your hand, like she said, or the little blue button, because then while we're teaching, we could easily look at the screen, see that somebody has a question, and then we can stop appropriately as we would in a normal class. So, it's just gonna be an adjustment, but we can do it.
And we're so glad that so many of you came on today. That makes us super excited that everybody's willing to do it, and it will be a learning curve. Sierra and I have been playing with the TV and how things work. So as teachers and students, just be aware that there may be some things that we have to figure out, and it may be a little confusing at first, but we're going to try our hardest as teachers to make sure that you understand what's going on. Just because sometimes we would put out a hand and it might be a different hand. So
And thank you to Sierra for providing these TVs for the studios, because we appreciate it very much.
Yeah, so just know that that's going on. And I would say when you're teaching, is everyone like physically, so we can see you in the camera, everyone can just see us, right? Like, is that how you have it set up? Okay, so perfect. So when you're in your class, I would suggest just doing where you can only see the teacher, because Sierra and I have figured out if you can see the other people, it's a little bit confusing, because sometimes it looks like we're doing something opposite. So just keep your teacher on the camera. There's no need for you to really see anyone else unless we kind of do something interactive where we need you to see something else. So
or the other teacher.
Yeah.
Fits in.
Yeah.
Performing group. Yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense? Just because it'll make it easier for everyone. If you're just looking at your teacher, or if you have multiple. Yeah. Such a mess. Okay, all right.
Okay, are those all? I'll have to read them most times. Okay, cool. Does anybody have any more questions? No.
Okay.
You guys are awesome.
So
Okay.
glad you came and joined us.
So please look for the email that will be coming, the normal KU weekly email, and that's where you'll find the links. And Bailey's information again will be in there. My information and Carol's information will be in there. So if you're having any trouble or problems, please reach out to us as soon as you can, and then, or like as soon as it's happening, and then we'll do our best to, get it situated and fixed.
I would say do not reach out to Carol for those situations because she does not understand tech that well. So if it's anyone, and we might even, depending on like nights this year is here with me.
Yeah.
But I don't want her to get bombarded with things either because she has her own life.
That's okay.
No,
We'll work it out. We'll promise that we can get questions answered by the following day, I think.
Yeah.
Things like that, right?
No problem.
I left my binder. Who is that? I can't read who that is.
The new,
my music and my locker.
yes. Okay, the new schedule, yes, we're starting that tomorrow, Monday. Okay, so regular week of schedule starts tomorrow. Yeah, so we're excited.
And Sophia, you could come by and get your music if you want tomorrow during class times because somebody will be here.
Same thing with who asked the same question. We just didn't scroll up far enough, so didn't see.
You need your
Oh, Simone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone needs to stop by to get stuff that they need, just look at the schedule, and there will be someone here.
Right.
We just obviously don't want a bunch of people here. So
But
if you
there
need
will
to get
be
your
somebody
things,
here, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Cool.
Awesome. Great.
Okay, we
Kara
answered
asked
that.
that as well.
Okay, we answered that. We
Yep.
answered everything.
Yay.
Oh, there's one more though.
At the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we already saw that. That's
All right. Okay, so good to see everybody. We miss you all. And
Air hearts.
hang in there. All you kids and all you parents, hang in there.
Yeah, nothing keeps KU down. I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we're logging off.
All right.
Oh.
See you. Oh, wait.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
We will make sure, it may be in a separate email, but hopefully before the email gets out, that the YouTube link for the KU channel will be up in the email. So just look for that too. So that's where you'll go to see this or recorded classes from
That's the exciting thing about all this is that we're actually going to be archiving what we're teaching and choreography. So that's going to be very helpful for those of you to be able to go back and do a class again or go through the choreography again.
Yeah, and we may put some fun stuff up with
we're
Carol
gonna do
doing
that.
like a vocal warm up, and you guys can watch it and do it before class or something. I just thought of that right now. See, Sophie's like, yeah,
Okay.
All right. Thank you for logging in, guys. We'll see you soon. Can't wait.
Oh, sorry, someone asked a question. Ballet bar is probably a chair or something that you can just stand in front of, but a chair because you can pull it over.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anything that height, you guys, they're used to how high, we could actually measure it, but you know how high a ballet bar usually is. So a chair is a really good idea. Definitely.
Awesome.
Okay, that's really it, I swear.
And we're logging off.
Bye, guys. See you this week.
How do I log off?